So this is the place where Paramaratyatama Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, the most rasik and expert of Vaishnavas, stayed and performed his bhajan for weeks at a time, 4 years in a row. Myself, my family, and other followers whose lives were completely awakened and changed with manifest loving devotional sentiments within our hearts, received from this great Vaishnava, who is a personal associate of Srimati Radharani and Krishna Chandra, Rajendra Nandan Shyamasundar Krishna, and Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Together we would sing this beautiful song, just full of sweetness, as we would walk down after the sadhana that we performed, hearing Harikatha and doing Kirtana. We would sing this song together, and it would bring about the most unified, loving, devotional sentiments within the heart for Srimati Radharani and Rajendranandan Shyamasundar Krishna. So I'm going to sing it now as I walk towards this Bhajan Kutir of Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, my most worshipable spiritual master. Govinda Damo Madhaveti, Govinda Damo Madhaveti, Govinda Damo Madhaveti, Govinda Damo Madhaveti. He has never left us. He is always present with us at every moment. He would give us this confidence to believe that this eternal reality is the absolute truth, and this existence of His eternal company is real. Govinda Damo Madhaveti, 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 Govinda Damo Madhaveti. Guru Nishta, that is firm faith in Sri Guru and his instructions and words, is actually the backbone of bhakti, devotional sentiments in the heart for Bhagavan. He is the direct representative of Krishna. When one sincerely cries out for Krishna, Srimati Radharani, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and really desires transcendental knowledge, wanting to know what the eternal reality is, then Krishna personally comes and knocks on your door, which happened to me and my family, and comes into our hearts through the nectar of Harikatha and Kirtan. Vaishnavas are magical. They are not ordinary persons. They are the greatest surgeons. They do not work physically on the body, but on the heart and consciousness. And being in their company, one experiences this most profound transcendental awakening. And through their association, one can develop loving devotion, bhakti, to Sri Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Radharani, Bhagavan. And we can only attain Bhagavan through someone who knows him and has seen him and is always interacting with Bhagavan. And he instilled this within our hearts. Let's remember these transcendental truths that he gave us. Govinda damodhara madhaveti, 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 Govinda damodhara madhaveti. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Sri Radhe. 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 He gave us this sweetness of this kirtan. Every year, everywhere he went, across the earth, he travelled far and wide, again and again, glorifying Srimati Radharani and Bhakti Yoga. He established the truth of pure devotion. He revealed the sweetness of Braj, the moods of the Vrajvasis. And he awakened our hearts to take shelter of the devotees of Krishna from the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam to the very end. In every lecture, almost, he would glorify Rupa Goswami's definition of pure bhakti, Anya Bilashita Sunyam Jnana Karma Adhyanavritam Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktir Uttama. And he was the most optimistic and positive Vaishnav, who told us that if we have enthusiasm and adopt the essential moods that nourish bhakti, such as enthusiasm, utsaha, nishtha, faith, firm faith, dharyat, patience in attaining one's goal, tat karma pravartanat, engaging in these devotional angas, these limbs of bhakti, sangha tyagat, having association of those who are like-minded and have affection for us and who are more advanced than us. Sato vritte sadbhir bhakti prasiddhyati. These moods nourish bhakti. And he taught that devotion, bhakti, for Sri Shyamasundar Krishna Srimati Radharani is exclusive. It is ananya, it is one-pointed, it is unalloyed. Krishna Anushilanam. It is completely condensed love that is directed for the pleasure of Sri Krishna, for his happiness. And that this is attained by taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, who is the director and the designer of Sri Krishna Chandra's happiness. We are part and parcel of Sri Krishna Chandra. He is our source. We are connected to him at every moment. And Srimati Radharani teaches us, through her devotees, how to love Krishna and how to serve Krishna so that he is pleased the most. Srimati Radharani pleases Krishna the most. She is the greatest devotee of Sri Shyamsundar Krishna. His happiness increases exponentially at every moment in her company. So by offering our love to Srimati Radharani, then Krishna becomes even happier. And then if we directly approach Krishna, we must take shelter of Srimati Radharani. And my Gurupad Padma, Om Vishnupad Paramahangsa Parivajagacaya, Astutarasat Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj taught all of these truths. That if we engage in bhakti naturally, anyabhilashita sunyam, our material desires become void. They don't exist anymore. It is not that we have to extraneously put effort into removing material desires. That won't work. But by automatically engaging in the process of bhakti, these desires go away naturally. But it's very, very important that we understand Tattva Siddhanta, and he would delineate this for us in his lectures. That we must understand what is pure bhakti and what is not, so that we don't get misled in our life when we are engaged in material activities, thinking that we are doing bhakti when actually it's not. So this devotional activities and service mustn't be covered by too much faith in karma, gyan. So that is the faith in doing materialistic activities that, oh, I will attain Bhagavan if I build a temple, or if I build a school, or if I do charity for poor people, or any other pious activity. These are wonderful activities. When done with devotion, where devotion is prominent, then this is karma yoga, and this is a preliminary stage of bhakti. And it is good. But when it is covered by the faith in materialistic activities, then devotion doesn't grow. When there's too much faith in activities performed by the senses. Gyan, when there's too much faith in knowledge of spirit and non-spirit and Brahman, the impersonal feature of Bhagavan, this covers devotional sentiments, doesn't encourage them. When there's too much faith in astrology, where one depends on the map of life provided by astrology rather than bhakti, this does not encourage the sentiments of bhakti to grow. When there's too much faith in health modalities, mental health support, where one believes that by engaging in any supportive activity for positive personal development over bhakti, then the devotional sentiments do not get nourished. Or any other methodology for attaining happiness, then devotion doesn't arise in the heart or grow. It is stumped. So this is anyabhilashita sunyam, the removal of all material desires. Sunyam, cut, devoid of material desires, anyabhilash. Jnana karma adi anavritam, that these things do not cover bhakti. Yes, they must be performed. And even we can have astrology and have personal development support for our mental health, which is very important. But not that our faith is given to these things entirely. Rather, they are used to support our devotional practice, then devotion grows beautifully from the fragrant, nutritious soil of faith. This faith that has been acquired in the association of transcendental personalities. Then Krishna Anushilanam Anukulyena, engaging the heart and the mind and the body in devotional activities. Naturally, bhakti grows. So the preliminary stage being karma yoga, then intermediate stage jnana yoga, to the mature stage of bhakti, bhakti yoga. It's a very natural, progressive development of devotional sentiments awakening within the heart for the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His Supreme Energy, Srimati Radharani. So, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj taught us how, from the very beginning of faith, to develop firm determination like Dhruva Maharaj. He wasn't performing bhakti, and he desired to be able to sit on the lap of his father. He performed great austerities with great determination and achieved his result. But that we should learn that this pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam is to teach us to have determination in attaining our goal of Krishna Prem, Radha Dasyam. Ambarish Maharaj, how he engaged so firmly and strictly in the angas of bhakti, with so much beautiful faith, and how we can adopt his qualities. And he went through all the personalities of Srimad Bhagavatam, up to the gopis of Vrindavan, and expounded the glories of Srimati Radharani for us. So in a very, very grounded way, he gave us bhakti, devotional understanding and transcendental knowledge of what our goal of life is and how to attain it. He glorified all the Vaishnava literatures and Vaishnavas, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and gave us relation with them. So that we can understand who we are and where we are going. And he especially made it very clear for us what our goal of life is. That if we are doing this practice, this sadhana of bhakti, we must have a goal. When we are doing it daily in our life, those sentiments of love within the Brajvasis that we desire to have will grow as we perform bhakti sadhana under the guidance of a transcendental personality who has those sentiments. So this and many other teachings he gave here in this beautiful environment. And he told me once, he asked me to sit next to him at the airport in Delhi, along with my sister. And he told me how such high Harikatha was spoken here, in this beautiful place. So this impressed on my heart how important it is for me to remember these transcendental truths that he shared here. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, 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 Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Sri Radhe. And then he would stand at the top of the stairs in the evening after giving this Harikatha, raising his hands in the air, encouraging all of us loudly to call out to Srimati Radharani, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe. And he would give some blessings to all of us, giving his heartly blessings to take in these truths into our hearts and take them home, and to see him the next day. And he would enter into his bhajran kutir, and we would all go home with completely satisfied, remarkably awakened hearts. All glories to Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahangsa Parivrajagacharya Astotara Satta Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Shyam Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. That's one more thing he told us. To remember Vrindavan when we see the forest. To remember the Jamuna river when we see the creek. To remember Giriraj Govardhan when we see a hill. And to remember the Kalpavriksha trees when we see the trees in the forest. And therefore we can always be in consciousness of Krishna and Sri Vrindavan Dham, Srimati Radharani, only by the grace of such a transcendental personality.